Hi students, this is Trish. I'm recording a video to introduce you to your Superstition Review semester. So I'll share my screen with you. I have a little presentation planned. So for spring 2022, I want to remind you that we do have two sections in one Canvas course shell, and this is how it works. So ENG 394 contains all of our trainees, and ENG 484 contains all of our interns. So just be very aware when you read announcements and correspondence about whether I'm addressing trainees or interns. And what's really nice about this semester is we have 13 of each. So you'll be paired up with a partner and you'll be able to get to know each other over the semester, and we'll have some fun activities for you. So I'm really looking forward to spring semester and putting together issue 29. So first, I just want to introduce myself. I know half of you know me, but some of you don't. This is my 29th year teaching at ASU. I've taught actually 272 courses. I just did the math for my annual review. I'm originally from Cincinnati, and I still have family there in Cincinnati, and then also I have family in Minnesota. My mom was born in Minneapolis. So I'm trained as a poet and prose writer, and most of my publications have been in poetry. And my full-time job at ASU is editing Superstition Review and mentoring students through all the processes of the magazine. And I kind of say that I have a part-time job also at ASU, which is I teach travel writing for ASU Online 4 times a semester. And I developed that course for them in 2012. And since then, I've taught it probably 60 times. I absolutely adore teaching it. I also love traveling. I've been to 50 countries. I did sneak a trip into Italy last semester. So since we haven't been able to travel as much abroad though with COVID, my partner and I built a van, and so we've been traveling across the country as well. So I love lots of things. I have lots of hobbies: hiking, swimming, biking, yoga, weights, reading, movies, music, camping, stand-up paddleboard, and cooking. So I find a lot of ways to occupy my free time. Now, just a little bit of background about Superstition Review. So we're actually in College of Integrative Sciences and Arts. I know many of you are in other colleges. I have students from all 4 campuses, and I love learning more about the university through all of my different majors. But we are on the Polytechnic campus, so way out in East Mesa. And I named the magazine after the Superstition Mountains to the north of the Polytechnic campus. You can see them from our campus. They're really beautiful. So each semester we have interns who do all the work of the magazine. They have roles like section editors, bloggers, advertising, design, social networking. So there are a lot of opportunities for learning and jobs. And I've had about 500 student interns over our 28 semesters. And it's so exciting because my former interns have gone on to MFA programs, PhD programs, Fulbright scholarships, jobs and internships with Penguin, Boeing, the White House, Intel, such a wide variety. I really love keeping in touch with everybody after they graduate. So each issue of the magazine itself, and the magazine comes out once a year, includes 5 artists, 5 short stories, 5 interviews, 5 essays, and 10 poets. And that's culled down from about 1,000 submissions per issue. So we usually get about 50 artists, 500 short stories, maybe 100 essays, and maybe about 600 poets sending work. So the curation of the magazine itself takes a lot of work. So for the trainees in the 394, you're going to do 14 projects throughout the semester, and it's kind of designed as a job interview, and that helps me to determine your skill set so that I can assign you a role for English 484. And there are 10 roles. So advertising coordinator, blog editor, content coordinator, section editors in art, fiction, nonfiction, and poetry, interview editor, social media manager, and the student editor in chief. And the student editor in chief is always somebody who has already served a semester as an intern, and shows great promise of leadership. So those are the projects that you'll do throughout the 394, and those correspond to the roles of the magazine. Now, each intern is going to complete about 10 hours of work a week, and each Thursday they're going to complete a status report. And this is completed as a quiz in Canvas. That'll just make it really super easy. Throughout the semester, we're going to do mentoring where interns are paired with incoming trainees. And one of the things that I really want to focus on in spring is having the interns really show their trainees the job that they're doing. And so I'm going to encourage Zoom meetings where the trainees get to observe the interns just doing a couple, maybe 20 to 30 minutes of their own work for the magazine. And I think that'll be a great way to have you interact. I want to show you our Canvas course shell. Please always inbox me with your questions. That's a really good place for me to have those questions. You'll also want to review your notification settings so that you make sure that you're getting all of the announcements. I do post at least 2 announcements a week. Your assignments are due Tuesday at 1 p.m. and for trainees, and Thursday at 1 p.m. for interns. And that's because I grade right at that time. I post an assignment all the time after I've graded. So your homepage in Canvas is going to look like this. So you have all of the trainee projects here. You have all of the intern projects here. And then both trainees and interns are going to do this project 14 at the end of the semester, which is updating your resume and LinkedIn. So it's a really pragmatic assignment. You're going to see, you'll see all of your announcements here. You'll see a link to the syllabi, and those are linked here. So you just click on those. I also have the student academic calendar to help you out with, things like days off and drop ad, things like that. The course summary here shows all of the due dates for the assignments, but I also want to mention that the calendar in Canvas is so helpful. And in fact, you can download the calendar feed into your Google Calendar, iCal, Outlook, etc. And all of these will show up just as they're written. So you'll have the assignment right there if you download the calendar feed into your Google. It's very handy. So back to the dashboard for our class, we have the syllabus page and then the modules page also. If you just want to get quickly to the assignments themselves, you'll get a grades area, and those grades are a true reflection of your grade in the course. So if you're ever curious, I do keep that super up to date. And then I also have links to Zoom and chat. So that's the structure of our Canvas course shell, pretty straightforward. And I can't wait to work with you. I hope you had a great winter break.